matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Milton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Gets this into the hands of Blue. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Trying to set up a screen for Blue. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave the tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Here's Milton. Poor throw there, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now they'll audible to something else. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Howard. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. to throw. Howard. Got his man. It's Warren. Down the left sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Ready? 19, 18. 79 Broncos.
Throwing is Milton. And for right side here, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
60 Bobcats. 19 Lions. Ready.
Now Milton. And a quick throw there is incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it's going to be second down. You look at the Steeler defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. '70 Ranger.
Here's Milton now to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Alex Highsmith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60. I got him. On me. Ready?
To throw, it's Milton. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
60 Eagles.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there.
Inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 78 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted them. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19. Ready.
Milton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Ready. Cougar 19.
From the gun on 3rd down, Milton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Yeah, Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Milton's pass complete to number 9. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Able to slither by. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 65 catch.
Off the play fake. Howard. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 44-yard line.
Off play action. Howard. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 32-yard line.
Come on. Hey,
First down, and they go right back to blue. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 44 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go again with blue. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles. And the pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Milton. And that will be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly is told that you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Howard now throwing to start the drive. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looking to throw. Howard. Johnson's got it complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable here from the 38. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing to start the drive. Milton. Able to hit his target man. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun, Milton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Derek Harmon.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now Howard, a final shot before break. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but the throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Gets past one man. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's Howard from the gun on 3rd down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
It's caught at the 10. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 55 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 back.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Cougar 19.
They toss it out right to Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Milton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Cougar 19.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Tap the 60.
Back to throw. Milton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down the right sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kevontae Turpin, 68 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
But on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Howard throwing to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Let's go now. Back to 6. Go street. 18, right here. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. From the gun on 3rd down, Howard. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going right back to Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Howard. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warren. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his 1st. And it's 2nd down.
At the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
Looking to throw. Howard. Looking middle, and that's complete. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw. Howard. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Howard. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 2. On the outlet, it's Lamb with a grab.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
To throw is Milton. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Second and 10. Back to throw. Milton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. From the gun on third down. Milton under pressure. They got him again. T.J. Watt. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15.
Ready? Blocking, 18.
Looking to throw. Milton. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
From the gun on third down. Milton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot and they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do. When you see a guy cut in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
A gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 9 now. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Wilson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a gain of 5.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To throw is Howard from the gun on third down.
And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
Joshua Carty on for the field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over.
Ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in that 1st and 10. They managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down at 7. Here's Milton. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Throwing is Milton.
and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kevontae Turpin, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Cowboys have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Steelers 13.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
This is 1st and 10.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They go to Johnson again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. They'll look to set up his blockers.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go with Blue between the tackles.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Good gain there on 1st down, and that keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Cowboy first down.
Hurt. Let's go now.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Dallas, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the season is really nosediving now as
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise. In the preseason,